What's happening, everybody? Y'all know what time it is. Yep, it's Mahlon, Tane. Got Big Boy and Turkey here with me, and today, y'all see it, we'll be replacing some injectors, some Plenum gaskets that go on top of the intake manifold, and I believe we're going to do the intake manifold gasket as well. We're also going to splice this pigtail for this sensor right here. It goes to your air duct. I want y'all to know this is another Chrysler 300. This is a 3.5 liter V6, but it takes a different kit than the other 3.5 V6. All right. Oh, also, we're doing the valve cover gaskets on this too. Stay tuned, and remember, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, be safe and patient. Let's go. We'll start off removing the air box here. This is a 8mm. You don't really have to unscrew it right here, but I'm doing it because we're also going to replace this box. Gonna need what was that, 13? Another 10 right here. Move that out the way. Just connect your hose. You have a hose right here for your radiator. Remove that and just pull this whole thing out. Okay, we'll just remove the cap for now. Again, I'm replacing this, so it ain't gonna make no biggie. All right. Go ahead and disconnect the throttle body. We'll just remove the bracket for the throttle body. That magnetic tray plate. Go ahead and pull some of these vacuum lines out of the way. They get kind of tough. Come back to that one. Okay, let me go ahead and try this back here again. You do have an EGR. That's off. You do have an EGR back there. We'll go ahead and try to pop that out right quick with a flat head. There's a lip there. That you should be able to get a catch on it. Alright, that's pretty good. Y'all got a 15mm on the swivel here. We have 2 mounting bolts that needs to be loosened up. Gonna break it down with a extension or sheet of pipe, I mean. Okay. That look like it's enough clearance for us to get this throttle body off. We'll move to the map sensor right here. And we'll just want to pull the locking tab, press the tail down here, and push in and pull out. At the front of the Plenum, you have a push tab to unlock it right here. Push in and pull out. It's upside down on the passenger side, but it's still the same thing. You basically push this down, push in and pull out, okay? Like so. We'll go ahead and pop the sensor out as well. Okie dokie. Now we'll move over to the passenger side over here for these mounting brackets. So on the right side or the passenger side of the vehicle, we did disconnect the upper radiator hose because we went over we replaced the water pump and the timing belt for this vehicle as well. So this is just resting here. It does still have some fluid, a little bit of fluid in the radiator, but anyway, this is one of the brackets that we're going to have to loosen up right here. The second one is over here. These are 10 millimeters, and of course the 15 millimeter bolt down there if you follow the bracket at the bottom, okay? We get this 10 millimeter wrench. Using a 10 millimeter ratcheting wrench, you can use a socket. You might get into a little bind or tight spot down the way, but you know, make it do what it does. And for those wondering, what is that noise that we're hearing in the background? Well, y'all know how we does. We got some ribs in the deep fryer, y'all. If y'all don't know what I'm talking about, what I'm referring to, we have a video. I'll set the link down below in the description. So just go to the descriptions at the bottom of the video. Okay, drop that nut, gotta find that. No biggie. Now, I don't know if y'all can see this. Let me point y'all out here right quick. Right here is your transmission fill tube or check tube. We're going to do this differently. You have one bolt holding this down on the top of your transmission, and it will more likely be a lot easier to just unscrew that one bolt at the bottom. It's a 10 millimeter as well, and just get this tube out of the way rather than removing this whole upper support bar. Okay, you could do it whichever way you want to, but preferably, it's just an O-ring seal. This vehicle probably could use a new one anyway, but that's probably how we're going to do this, by just removing that tube out of the way. You would have to use a 15 millimeter ratcheting wrench or just a regular wrench, y'all, because you have your support bracket for your alternator in the way, and you're not trying to remove it. You just really want to break it loose, and you're only wanting to break it loose so you can move the bracket out the way or out of your way, okay? But if you want to remove it, you will have to remove that alternator bracket as well. Yeah, let me show y'all this real quick. Come get it over here, Turkey. This is your alternator bracket, and this is the bolt that we're trying to loosen up. Again, we just want to loosen it up just so we can get this kind of, if you look right here, we can get it out the way. Okay, this is the second mounting bolt that we need to, well, it's not a mounting bolt, but it's the bolt for the bracket that needs to be loosened up. Very, very tight space here, y'all. We gotta almost, I can't even see. I know y'all can't see, but I can't see myself. Let me see. Move y'all over here real quick. Alright. Y'all see the blue socket? Trying to line it up. It's a Bearcat. But guess what? It can be done. Okay, I had it on there, y'all. I did have it on there. As you can see, that's more than enough. Gotta get my hand out of there. And yeah, we good. We Gucci. All right, we'll go ahead and remove this upper support bar going across so we can get some clearance. This is a 13 millimeter. You want to remove this bracket completely off because this is your computer bracket. All right. And if in case you do bend this bracket, you can always re-straighten it. Just move this out the way right quick. Let's go to the driver's side. We'll raise this up. That should give us some play. I'm back on the passenger side of the vehicle. As you can see, this is your computer. You just want to raise it up out the way. Slide your support bracket forward so you could go over that computer. Doing it this way will do two things. It will save you the hassle of bending this bracket and struggling. Also, it's easier to raise the support bracket. Alright, so let's remove this Plenum. Okay, we'll be using a 10 millimeter to remove the mounting bolts for the Plenum. That don't look like it was even sitting on there properly. Alright, now we'll just raise it on up. Carefully. You still have your EGR tube hooked up in the back, so you'll have to try to clear that. Just gonna use a big flathead so I can reach over it. There we go. It's out. And that Plenum should just come on out like so. We went on and cleaned out the top of the intake manifold where the Plenum sets on top of. And now we're going to remove all of the coil harness and also the injector harness, the pigtails for them. We're going to disconnect them and extract the coils. Alright, so let's get on with it. You'll need we're using a T20, what is this? It's a T25, okay, torque. That's to remove these torque screws from the coil. We'll just go ahead and disconnect the coils right quick. Oh, that could be a problem right there, y'all. Look at that. Looks like we're going to have to get a coil harness. Oh, the coil harness is on this thing. It's jacked up. So, we'll be getting some of those. Alright. We could just go ahead and... Don't really recommend using an impact to loosen these up or removing them. Preferably, just go ahead and get your ratchet, break them loose. This is already loosened up, I believe. Now we could just go ahead and backdoor it and zip them out. We'll start right here. You do have a spacer below it, so be careful. Make sure you don't lose it. Looks all right. We'll just remove the rest of them. Pretty good, they're dry. That's a good sign that the coils are not getting any oil inside that tube. That's really dry. Alright. Now we'll disconnect these injector plugs or injector pigtails. Just go ahead and get a little help from a handy dandy flathead screwdriver. They are pretty brittle, y'all. Let me try something different. This is a lot dangerous. Dealing with this doing lot. Mopar probably did a lot better on the next model on these. Now we could go ahead and press this tab down, push in, wiggle, whatever we gotta do to get this thing out. There it is, y'all. Ooh wee. It's all busted up. Probably gonna replace these two. You know, go to this one, doing the same thing. Pulling it out. Yeah, those things are very, very deteriorated, y'all. Have a lot of age. Let me rotate y'all right quick. But that one came off all the way, y'all. So much easier with them things out. But the good thing is they're doing their job. There we go, y'all. That was a journey. That was a journey. Pulling out the coil packs. Just pull it straight out, like so, and get them out the way. Make sure you do not lose your guide right here. You go ahead and pull those on this side, big boy. Set this up here. And we'll go ahead and start pulling these holders up and out so we can access the nuts. You have one more down here that's very hard to reach. Let me see if I can get it with these curved needle nose. Let me bring y'all over here. Putting the curved needle nose to it. Just wanna give it a light squeeze and jiggle it out. This harness is too heavy. That's right on top of it. So, I have a ground down here that's maintaining it. I'm gonna have to release this ground down here. Okay, let me go grab a 15mm and a ratchet. We will have to remove this bolt completely off. Once that bolt is completely off, now we can go ahead and continue to remove this just like so. All right, make sure we don't forget to reconnect these ground wires. I have another one of these on the next port over here, but it's already off, so we'll move forward and we'll go to the passenger side. We're on the passenger side and we'll be removing the spark plugs. Just use your spark plug socket. And there it is. It looks pretty. Almost 300,000 miles, y'all. That's what they looking like. Yeah, it's time for some new ones. Let's move to the driver's side. Okay, on the driver's side, got a little oil action going on in there. Okay. This one's a little damp as well. A little damp. Alright. Okay, we'll go ahead and disconnect this camshaft sensor. Need to come out a little bit more. Just a little bit more. There we go. Push in, pull out. Okay, now we could go ahead and pull this whole harness back up out the way. I'm gonna utilize this bracket to hold it. Let's go to the passenger side. Okay, on the passenger side, this is very important, y'all. You follow your harness going all the way to the firewall, towards the firewall, and you have this hose right here. Let me turn this light on. This hose is your vacuum line. You just want to pull that out, get it out the way, and now you could just slide your harness out of the way. Okay, we'll go ahead and get the socket for these bolts so we can remove these valve cover bolts. Okay, another key point: if you raise your harness up, you have another set of ground over here. Get y'all closer so y'all can see. You want to go ahead and unscrew that with a 10mm. I'm using a deep socket because it's what I'm going to be using to remove all these mounting bolts for this valve cover. Once you get this off, just try to catch this screw and just move those out of the way for now, and we can continue to remove our mounting bolts. I'll start right here in the middle. Just loosening it up. I'll go to the back side over here. Let me put this back over. The valve covers on this vehicle is leaking pretty good. Go to the top over here. Just breaking them loose. how we doing? Get this middle one off right quick. Okay, I'm gonna spin these out with the impact. Double check and make sure they're completely off. Alright, they still have a ways to go, y'all. No, they're off. You do have some retainers underneath this pan that's holding your nuts, or your bolts, I mean, secure. We'll grab something to rock this with. Okay, got my little 4-pound rubber mallet here. We'll just give it a little tap tap. It is loose on one side. You gotta break that loose on top. There it is, y'all. All right, let's start on the front here. Breaking them loose. Go ahead and zip them out. Trying to get this harness out the way We also have another ground over here that I need to go ahead and pull off right quick. There it is. Now we'll get our doctor's tool. All right, something definitely is happening here. We have two different colors. Kind of weird, huh? Leave it on the comments below. Why? I guess this is a mixed breed motor or something. I don't know what's going on, y'all. Talk to me, leave it on the comments below. Yes, indeed. But right now, we're finna take us a short break. So, y'all enjoy the commercial. And we'll be back.